Johnny Daniel, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. It's noon on Wednesday. That must mean it's time to go live, right? So, how are you today? Where are you from? Join me as we create some inlays with the gated dies today. Couple housekeeping things. Celebration is well underway. We've got some new coordinating dies that will be starting February 4th. And if you're thinking, oh, it's only January, John, well, guess what? February 4th is next Tuesday. I'll let that sink in. Next Tuesday. We're less than a week away for February. So if you haven't got started on your goals yet for the year, your resolutions, it's not too late, but we are heading and going. So let's get going, right? So with Celebration, you have the chance to shop and get free stuff. So for every $50, you get a $50 coordinating free item that you can choose. There's how many? 6 or 8, I think. Let's see. And then if you do $100, you can either pick 2 50s or you can pick a $100 one. There's still some opportunity to host if you would like to do a class with me. I do have just about every Saturday, if not every Saturday, filled. I do not work on Sundays, but I do work on weeknights or weekdays, depending on how your friends are and what you're doing. So let me know if you would like to host. And always, if your wish list keeps getting longer, especially with these new coordinating dies coming out, you will want to pay attention and possibly join, right? So join means $99, tax, no shipping. So automatically you're saving $10, well, $9.90 right off the bat. With that, you will get $125 worth of product. You will get a mini guillotine cutter. You will get a 6x6 sampler of designer series paper, as well as a bonus stamp set. The most expensive stamp set is $34. So if you're thinking about it, please let me know. Let's see what else. Let's see, are there any cons? You have to put in your own order. That's why you get the 20% discount. No negative impact on your credit, no negative if you drop, no negative if you change your mind. Not a lot of negative, thankfully, because there's enough of that to go around lately, isn't there? So with that, one last reminder, Rubber Rummage. I have received the boxes and now I'm working on getting tape. There's always something, right? Because I want you to be able to put it together, right? So more info on Friday about that, when pickup times are going to be and all that kind of stuff, so you can start putting stuff in your boxes. I have not received a lot of response yet, so please check your email, Facebook event, or simply just contact me if you would like more details on that. I do have all the details, inventory sheets, and all that stuff ready to go, so please let me know. So with all that, I'm going to put you down so we can get to creating. So hold on. Alrighty. Well, hi, Miss Cheryl. I thought I'd see you here. Since I'm doing the technique you wanted to see. Huh. I don't know who else is on with me, but say hello. Alright. So for today, we're kind of doing a combination. So let me get this out of the way first. So if you want to follow me on my blog, stampingwithjohnny.com. YouTube is Stamping with Johnny. Do you see a theme here? If you'd like to order, Johnny Daniel at stampinup.net. And the host code is down here. Let me situate the computer and see if you can see that. Ah, yeah, you can. And Betty is hosting this Saturday. Hi, Jude. How are you? Long time no see, huh? So Betty is hosting this Saturday. This host code will be good through Monday night if you would like to order. Okay? If you have any questions about any products or anything else, Hi, Britt. How are you? If you have any questions about any products or anything else, please just give me a call. Contact me, message me, text me. I don't know. Skywriting doesn't work so well, especially today. It's too windy. But you understand what I'm getting at. All right. So for today, I've done a little bit of pre-prep because I didn't want to have a repeat of last week's flowers that were still wet. Remember? That didn't glue and all that kind of stuff. So I've also pre-cut out my gates. This is the die I was using. Okay. These are from the Grace's Garden bundle. So if you'd like to order it because you like how it looks, awesome. All right, so for this card, I have got 2 different bases. Hey, Joel, how are you? Yeah, that sometimes is the only way I do get to see you, huh? He's been gone to Reno to work. So, you know, half pipes will travel, right? So, all right. Let me get a sip of tea. Yes, I'm still working on my morning tea. Some days is just like this. I am moving a little slower. I went to the gym this morning to kind of get the kinks out because I had a big day yesterday. I made 20 minutes solid running. Yes, I wanted to. Nobody was chasing me. But I didn't feel my legs for a little while, so I'm just letting you know that that may or may not have been a good idea. We'll see if I do it again. So, today I've done a little bit of pre-planning. So I've cut out card base of black and white. The card base is cut at 4 1/4 by 11, and then on the 11-inch side scored at 5 1/2, so you get the halfway, right? All right. The rich razzleberry or black, depending on which one, has been cut at 5 by 3 3/4. And I'll say this again, 5 by 3 3/4. Okay. And then I grabbed a scrap of, no, I'm just teasing you. All right. So I grabbed, obviously this was cut out of the mat of this. And then I didn't do anything with that because I didn't have another piece of the mat for that, right? Hopefully you understand. So it's a really nice way to flip and make 2 cards at once, okay? So with that being said, I have a question for everybody. This is the piece of the gate that comes out. And I'm trying for the life of me. You know, I'm already working on my Wacky Wednesday for next week because this is the thing that always baffles me, if you're wondering. Yes, I think about them all the time. Just ask Joel. So I'm trying to figure out what this can be. Obviously, it's the remnant of the gate. And I'm like, the only other thing I could think of right now is the head of a badly oiled clipper. And maybe that'll go with the tulip punch when I make a mustache. I don't know. If you have any ideas, let me know. Always thinking, right? So, with that being said, you are so welcome. We're going to inlay these, and then I'm going to intertwine some of the leaf ribbon, okay? And we're going to stick some flowers together. And then I'm also going to show you how to emboss and create any color you want, okay? Yes, really. Any color that we have, I should say, right? So, let's get to stepping, shall we? All right. And I'm going to not do what I always tell you not to do, which is don't glue over your project, right? All right, so I've got my snail on my piece of black, and I'm just gluing it down. And then I have got my snail going down on my gate. Now, I know this is white on white, so I'm going to fix that in just a second, okay? There's a couple ways you can fix it. You can sponge color on it before you glue it down, which obviously I'm not doing because I'm gluing it down right now. Or I'm just going to put a touch. Yeah, it could be a Pac-Man ghost, huh? Flower, yeah. Or a piece of scratch so we just don't waste it, right? So, I don't know. It's been getting at me the last couple days, I will just say. So, I'm trying to figure it out. I figured maybe you could put, you know, googly eyes on it and have it be what, a sea anemone or a jellyfish? Yeah. So, you know, okay. Enough said. Alright, so I have got my Winkastella. One thing to note, when you're storing this, make sure it's upright, meaning the label you can see, not the batch number, but the actual label that has the color. If you store it this way, it'll leak and you won't have much, which I guess you'll have to order more, but that's kind of not the point, right? You do want to get your use out of it. So there's my, whoa, it's dripping. Okay. My gosh, it's dripping. All right. So I'm just going to go over this real quick. And I want to just put a tiny bit of glitz to it so it sets it off compared to the white background. So we're just going to brush quick. If you miss a little, it's okay. It's handmade, right? You're allowed to be sloppy? No, I'm just teasing you. But I am hurrying it a little bit, and I would take a little bit more time if I didn't know I had eyes on me, right? The pressure, the pressure. No, I'm just teasing you. So let's see. I am just touching all this. Now, Winkastella is a glycerin-based pen that has the perfect formula of glitter suspended in that nice liquid so you don't get chunks and craziness going on. And since I squeezed out too much, I guess I'll just dip back into here instead of doing all the other. Okay, so I don't know if you can see that. I hope you can. Don't see my mistakes, but ooh, hopefully you can see that it's shiny. Hey Shirley, how are you, hun? So, alrighty, so I've got that going on, and I'm gonna let that dry for just half a second. Ready? No, I'm just teasing you. But what I am gonna do, you know what, I goofed. Haha. Okay, I was gonna put the purple one here. Oh well, huh? Let's see if I have a different color thrown out here somewhere. It's always interesting, right? All right, so instead of doing a black background, let's do a white, because I have a few of those sitting around. Okay. So now we're gonna do this instead. No big deal, right? That's why we don't glue until we're done. So I'm gonna grab my snail, do the same. Well, come on. There we go. So anybody in 29 Yucca feel like they're gonna blow away yet? I don't know about you, but it's been pretty much goggle weather. I'm watching the dust roll in. I don't know about you. So, one other thing to note on this gate die. Hold on, let me get there. Get rid of the stickies, or at least most of them. Notice here, there is a separation here. So if you want your gate to physically open, you can cut the middle here and then fold them back if you would like to. Okay, just something else you can do with this one. I got a little bit of glue. If it doesn't rub off, get that embossing buddy out. So I'm gonna grab my Wink of Stella because the blue can use some glitter too, right? But for this time, I am just gonna do the very tip top. I'm not sure why, but that's what's speaking to me. And so that's what I'm gonna do. Okay. So with that, let's see here. Are you ready? Okay. We are gonna grab our Rich Razzleberry pad, our Versamark, and a happy birthday. Now, this Versamark pad, you will say, yeah, it kind of looks moldy, huh, John? No, this is the reason you put the cap on afterwards. And here's the why. Because if you don't and you're sprinkling black embossing powder, that's what happens when it goes in your pad. So you want to make sure to pay attention to that, okay? Okay, so here's the tip. Any ink pad, any Versamark pad, make sure you do the Versamark first so you don't have big old purple in it, okay? But that's all there is to it. So grab your Versamark, make sure it's juicy enough. You're not going to see hardly anything on there. Dip right into the Razzleberry. Stamp it. That might need some more juice. And then I'm just grabbing the clear embossing. Oh, and of course I grabbed a new one. I have another one in there, but I don't know. I grabbed, of course, the other one. So you're going to want to get this on as quick as possible. Grab my tray here. Another thing to note, if you just did Wink of Stella, try to not get your embossing powder in it. Because guess what'll happen? It'll stick and then you'll have lots of glitz. Okay. So, and I didn't do what I told you to do and cap everything, so good thing we didn't have major mishaps, right? So now that that powder's on, not a problem, right? We have time. So I'm gonna grab my heat tool, click it all the way up, and I'm just going to heat until it starts to melt. The first click is more so for if you just want to heat something without the powder or just a quick dry kind of thing, or if you're doing vellum, a little bit more gentle of a cycle, shall we say. And then I might as well touch this Wink of Stella and maybe get that to dry too, right? Okay, so you probably can't see that on camera. I'm not sure if you can or not. Let's see. But this has got a shine to it and a tiny bit of a edge to it. So you know it's embossed. Yay! All right, so I'm grabbing my glue dots. And I'm grabbing my leaf ribbon. So does that look kind of cool? Climbing vine? Yeah, I hope so. So I'm grabbing my glue dots. Now this ribbon is very, very skinny, but it is also designed that you can put a glue dot on the leaf. Kind of cool, right? So I'm just going to do kind of a climbing vine kind of feel to this. Now you can take your pick tool if you don't want your scissors to get, or your snips to get sticky. But for me, it's what I have close hands, so guess what's gonna happen? All right. Stick that on there. Oop. I went over a tiny bit, so I'm just going to wrap it around there a little bit. Okay. And then I'm going to grab on the other side. Doesn't matter if they're completely even, because vines usually are not. Good thing, huh? And I'm going to grab my leaf and stick it down here. Now, if you were paying attention to detail, you might want to have it go the other way because this leaf is going that way, but hey. On a day like today where I'm praying we just don't blow away, not a big deal, right? But I am gonna trim this because, well, I don't think I want it going all the way around. Okay. And I'm gonna grab one more and glue it to that last leaf up top, if my thumb would work. Okay, and then I'm gonna assemble all these little flowers. Okay, so if you remember from last week, I snipped the edges of the petals about halfway across on an angle of each petal and then wet them barely. And Liam says I'm magic. Oh, I wish that lasted. So with that, snip the petals and then you're gonna wet, and then you're gonna take your large stylus and literally just push, push, push until it looks like a flower to you. So, all right. So I'm gonna grab this and I'm putting them together. I don't want all the petals to line up. If you think 2 together looks right, go for it. And to me, it does today. Some days I need 3. It just depends on how things go. So I'm gonna start here and I'm gonna do one at the top because I wanna cover those edges, right? And then I wanna scrunch it back together. Now this guy's really curled up, so he's gonna be my inner one. One of the great things about paper when it's been wet is it gets kind of almost crispy, and it's a little bit easier to work with after it's dry, of course. Last week it was not so dry. And I was trying to stick things and it was not working. You have to let things dry or use your heat setter or something, heat tool. All right, so we are going to, these flowers were punched out of the small bloom punch that is available in the celebration brochure. Also, they're punched out of the Poppy designer paper. Okay, and I have an order going in almost all the time. My next one will go in on Monday night, as I was saying before, and the group order will go towards Betty, who is hosting my class on Saturday. If you would like to reserve your spot, you have until tonight. So hurry. The class is $15 unless you're part of club. It's $10 if you're part of club. It's let's see, you get a $5 discount if you order 50 or more of product, not with shipping and tax. Gotta love it. And let's see what else. If you're on my team and join, so if you join before Saturday, you can come for $5. Yay, right? So I am liking these flowers on it. Now, if you wanted a smaller flower, there is another one in, is it Grace's Garden? I believe so. Yes. And those are the roses that were actually featured this morning on the blog that kind of match. So that kind of match the Best Dressed, believe it or not, designer paper. So I'm just gonna get that in the trash real quick. And we obviously need some bling here. I think we need one more flower right there. Hold on, I'm not done. Wait. Like, we can't have 6, right? Never 6. I don't know why with layouts it's always odd numbers. All right, now I'm okay. So, all right, so we're gonna do that, and then I'm grabbing my champagne rhinestones, and I'm grabbing and putting down here in the middle. If your fingers don't work, you can always use a tweezer. Take your pick tool, the snips, piercing tool. I haven't figured out anything else, guys, so if that doesn't work, and you know what I just realized? These are not the champagne ones. These are the holiday rhinestones. So if you'd like to match exactly what I'm doing, order the holiday ones, not the champagne ones. The champagne ones are less yellow. They are more of a rose gold kind of look. These are the champagne ones, so you can see the difference. They have a tiny bit more of a brown undertone than a yellow, but to each his own, and that's what happens some days, right? I grab what I grab, and that's what happens. Sometimes it's for the best, and sometimes, well, it's not. So if I was gonna mail this card, I would pray. No, I'd probably put it in a padded envelope, believe it or not, which I know would cost extra, but I'd probably put it with a package because I wouldn't want all that stuff to just be smashed. So, with that, you can probably also put it on top of a box, all kinds of other things, but so that is what we're looking at. Let me know what you think. And then I'm going to play with this guy too, but not on the air. You guys have been patient long enough. So if you want any of this great product, or you want to sign up for Paper Pumpkin, which has 9 full cards for next month. I don't know if they're birthday, but I will say they coordinate with the cake set that is in celebration. So I don't know exactly what that means. It could be all birthday, or it could, and it said, and other occasions. So I'm not sure. So with that being said, pay attention to the host code. If you forget the host code, just message me real quick, let me know. I can always call it in and get it added later, as long as the order has not closed, which means not past Monday night. So thank you for joining me. Hope you enjoyed how to emboss with any color and our nice gateway card. Thanks so much for joining me. Have a great rest of your day, and have a great day. Bye-bye.